vacation acne. I call it Vacne. Okay, it's Vacne. It's a thing. Hey you guys, what's up? This is Virtuous Desi. It has been a minute. My name is Desiree Cummings, and I help you find your health and your happiness through discussions about spirituality, fitness, and lifestyle. Like today, we are talking about a skincare routine. Woo woo! I have been waiting to do this for the longest. So we are makeupless peoples. Okay, we are makeupless. We are just, got our fresh look here, glasses. I mean, we're just hello. But look at this. Okay, look at the skin right here. I am bearing all. Okay, so I am in transition from one skincare routine into another. So that is why I wanted to share with you guys what has helped me get rid of my acne. That is the story of the day. Okay, so what I wanted to share with you guys is what has worked for me to get rid of my acne. I have oily skin, oily acne prone skin. I mostly deal with hormonal acne, and part of this, especially adult acne, I feel is it's hormonal and it's genetic, and I'm going to get into that as well, the importance of it being genetic. Also stress related, but I had adult onset acne. I got my first, I had acne as a teenager, like here and here, and maybe like, that actual real raw organic hormonal acne. But as I got older, I did like 19 years old is when I started getting it on my cheeks, and I'm talking cystic red acne. I had 3 bumps that appeared at one time. That's never happened to me before, and from that moment on I had consistent acne problems. I don't know if that was being away from home. I don't know if that was the cafeteria food at my college. Woo. But anyway, for some reason, my body just reacted, and I broke out, and it got worse around 27, 28. So just to give a really quick background there, because adult acne, I really want to specifically, this could help anyone, teenagers, whatever, but I specifically want to reach out to those with adult acne, because it's a doubled layer of an issue there, especially when you're in a professional environment. I tried a lot of things, natural things, but just because something's natural, it doesn't mean it won't irritate your skin. It doesn't mean that it will help. And I had to learn that the hard way, although I appreciate the options to go more natural and more chemical free. But the reason why I wanted to start with skincare routines when it comes to lifestyle videos is because my acne is what helped me become more conscious of what I put in my body, and it caused me to be more concerned about my overall health, and that plays a role into my fitness, into my lifestyle changes, and all of those things. So sometimes they say you have to, when you pray, it's important to ask God the right questions in order to receive an answer. And I think that's so true, not because God doesn't answer you because you didn't ask the right question. Nah, he's not like that. God is loving. He's eager to speak to us. I think that the issue is that I was praying for God to, for example, I was praying for long hair. I was praying for God to get rid of my acne, but a lot of times you don't receive the answer because you are receiving the answer, but you're unable to recognize that you're receiving the answer. So it's not that you are asking and God is not answering. He's answering your question, but it's hard for him to really send you the answer you really need because he knows you're not going to really recognize the answer that he's sending you because you don't know what the problem is. He's sending me the answer, but I didn't recognize that until later on. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about acne was kind of a blessing in disguise, because it gave me an answer to a lot of my other health questions that was going on with me. I just didn't recognize that as the answer to my prayer because I didn't know what the problem was. So as specific as you can be is so much better, because God, when God does send you the answer, you're going to be able to recognize it as the answer to your prayer. So I hope that makes sense. So when I begin to pray about what was the problem, that's when the answer came. I was able to recognize, oh, okay, that's the answer. So it's a combination of hormones, which is, internal, okay? And I also think that genetically speaking, our bodies have its own way genetically based on our DNA of how it chooses to get rid of toxins, okay? And that's why they say that skin is a good indication of what's going on in your body. And it's a blessing actually to have acne, because your body's trying to get rid of toxins that's causing inflammation, okay? We know that inflammation is sort of the foundation of most diseases. So your body's telling you something is wrong, and your body's using your phase to get rid of necessary, these toxins that are built up in your body because of what you're eating or even the products that you're using, okay? So I just wanted to give that introduction because it was a combination of all those things for me, and it was embarrassing. And I'm going to share with you some pictures just so that you know my skin was not always like this. You can kind of see some of the scars. And I do get pimples every now and again. But now, my skincare issues, if you can see, now my skincare issues are changing because, I don't get as many breakouts. But let me show you what worked out for my acne, okay? Yay! If you're going to talk about skincare, I don't see the point of not talking about it using an English voice, because it's something that's important. And when you're talking about something that is important, why not talk in an English accent? It just makes it sound more official and important. Okay, so my first thing that I use is a is the Purpose Cleanser. Now, most of my skincare for acne actually came from acne.org. That is acne.org. We're going to put that in on the bottom here. Okay? And they suggested the Purpose bar, like the actual soap bar, or you can use the liquid cleanser like this right here. Okay? Should I have some tea, please? And then after you cleanse, you pat dry. Okay, you can find all this on the website. I also purchased, how do you say that? I purchased some of their, there you go, right there, acne.org, their benzoyl peroxide in 2.5%. Now, the awesome thing about this company is that it's called the Regimen. And the awesome thing about this company is they're the only ones that provide, pharmaceutical grade benzoyl peroxide in a tube like this. So the idea of the Regimen is that you are using one pump at first and then two pumps, and you're building up. Most benzoyl peroxides come in these little tubes, but what he discovered was that you actually put a lot of it on day and night, and it will actually eliminate. It will dry out your skin at first, but it will eliminate. And when I say eliminate, it will eliminate your breakouts. I started to use it infrequently. I only use it at night because, as I said, as I've gotten older, I have found that my skin needs other things, and it's not really conducive to mix it with this form of treatment for benzoyl peroxide. So benzoyl peroxide can come in cleansers. Also, it can come in moisturizers, but it's mostly in this kind of serum form, and spot treatment is an option for you. But the Regimen recommends actually putting it all over your face, and you wait about 15 minutes, you see. You might want to drink some tea while you're waiting on it to dry. Or like me, I put on some mascara or whatever, makeup I might be wearing for the day. And then as it dries, you put on your moisturizer. Now, the Regimen has a cleanser it has the benzoyl peroxide, and it also has their moisturizer. But to save money, and one thing, they recommend other products other than their own. They're not trying to make money off of you, they're trying to help you. But they do provide a very effective regimen on their website that you can have shipped to you. Which was very handy in a pandemic, quite I say. Quite I say, is that what they say there? So, yes, you're all free. I used the Trader Joe's. Now, I experimented with different moisturizers, I'll be honest with that. But I was looking for oil-free moisturizers. This is an antioxidant one. It's a little torn up, you know, I don't know why, but, you know, I totally overpaid for this because Trader Joe's was closed, you know, quite some time. But it's fragrance free, it's no parabens, and it's suitable for all skin types, and it's oil free. However, because the benzoyl peroxide is so drying to your skin, they do recommend that you add some jojoba oil. They also sell jojoba oil on their website, but I just buy jojoba oil from Trader Joe's. I add it to their moisturizer, and you know, if I'm experiencing dry skin, especially in the winter time, let me just warn you about this dry skin thing, because you know, it really, really, really dries out your skin, okay? And it's uncomfortable and quite, you know, not pleasant to look at. But if you can get over the first 8 weeks of this regimen right here, using this that much benzoyl peroxide and the cleanser and your moisturizer, if you and you know, if you want, you can also have an SPF, you know, because it makes your skin quite sensitive. But what if you can get over those 8 weeks? I promise you, your skin will be so clear, and it will stay clear as long as you're consistent with the regimen. Okay, I have not been perfectly consistent throughout my life. Now, I have been using this since I was 29. So I'm 36 now. So that's 7 years. So I've gone through, you know, different things, but this has really, really worked for me. If you have not ever heard of this, I wanted to share the word, spread the word, because I don't know how I came across acne.org, but it was an answer to prayer, I promise you. Okay, so, in case y'all are totally sick of my English accent. Okay. One of the things that I recognize about my skin is my diet is so important. So I can only have but so much dairy products in one day. It's not that I can't have dairy, it's that I cannot have too much dairy in one day. So I have to be mindful if I use heavy cream in my grits. If I have pizza, okay? I have to be mindful. I can't have ice cream later and have some queso and then expect not to have a breakout or my stomach to be upset. When I'm working out a lot, especially when I'm lifting a lot of heavy weights, I do tend to eat more yogurt than usual. So I have to be careful. I have to be mindful of how much dairy I'm putting in my body. And also was when I went on vacation, I call this vacation acne. I call it Vacne. Okay, it's Vacne. It's a thing. Because when you're on vacation, more than likely you are eating out a lot. Okay, you're eating fast food probably more than you normally would. So if I take a week vacation, for example, and I might go to Florida or I go to Dallas, Texas, my acne is going to act the freak up, okay? Because I'm having fast food, I'm in the car, we're traveling, I'm probably eating more than I normally am, and I'm probably also indulging a little bit more than I normally am, you know, and I'm not exercising and sweating and helping my body release necessary toxins. Okay, so during one of my Vacnes, I just, you know, my skin was getting back to a point where I was uncomfortable with how many breakouts I was getting, and while I went to this store because I started to do research. I didn't understand. I felt like the benzoyl peroxide wasn't no longer working. It was actually not working because the one that I had with me expired. Okay, so that's a clue to you that I was not following that regimen completely, because if you're following the regimen as you should, you're not going to have something hanging around in your cupboard until it expires. I promise you. So that was, and by expired, it was like a year old. So it was probably no longer effective, because again, I had been using this for years and I just thought I was cured. Okay, I thought I was cured and I stopped using it. I used it infrequently, as in I wasn't using it every day. So I had a breakout and I started to do more research on other things. And one of the cosmetologists at a store recommended the Green Clean to me because, when you're having a lot of breakouts, right? A lot of us ladies covered up with makeup. So if you're not effectively cleansing off that layer, those layers of makeup, then it's self-defeating. Okay, so I added the Green Clean. It's a cleansing balm, gets rid of all your makeup. I love this. I did hear that coconut oil is just as effective, but I do love this Green Clean. I was very grateful for this recommendation. I got this, I believe, at Sephora. Also, while I was at Sephora, she was explaining to me that benzoyl peroxide that I'm using as my serum causes dryness, and dryness itself, because you know how they say dryness is next to godliness. Dermatologists sell that to you because they are telling you that your oily skin is the problem with your acne. That's not true. Just like it's not true that you're not cleaning your face enough and that's why you're breaking out. That's myths, people. Most people with acne cleanse their face more than other people, which is why we're more susceptible to dryness. And dryness, or those cracks in the skin, can also cause irritation, which again is a cycle that can create acne. So there's a lot of things at play. So she gave me some additions to my regimen. One was this Dr. Jart tiger grass. Now guys, I'm going to be straight up with you. Okay. Is this? Oh, there we go. That might help. Okay. I'm going to be straight up with you. This is expensive. Okay. It is very expensive. Tiger grass. However, I'm a witness. It is effective. I got this same jar 2 years ago and there's still some left. I'm just saying. Okay. And it moisturizes and soothes sensitive, dry skin, but it repairs, your skin that you can't really tell that it's broken from dryness, but it does. So I do really recommend this Tiger Balm. It did work for me. I used it twice. I used it at night for about 2 or 3 days, and then I used it every other day. She also recommended for me this Laneige. I don't know if that is how you say it. But this is their sleeping mask. I just chose the one with lavender. You can choose their original one, but it's a sleeping mask, again, to help hydrate dry skin. I know that sometimes that can seem counterproductive when we're made to believe our oily skin is creating our acne. It might aid in it, but that's why you have an oil-free moisturizer. But again, if you're using this regimen in particular, especially all of that benzoyl peroxide like I was, it is going to dry out your skin. So that's just my nails. Oh, I would be remiss. Oh, Lord. I must go back to my English accent, you all. I hope you don't mind. I would be remiss. Shamed on me if I did not mention a very, very important part of my skincare health journey. And that is, my friends, this exact brand, Uncle Lee's Organic Green Tea. This Uncle Lee's has gotten me through so much. So have a cup of tea as you listen to my story. It won't be that long. But no, for real, I love me some Uncle Lee's. This has been with me through the madness. As I was doing all of this research on, acute inflammation in the body and how certain foods could be causing inflammation in your body and you don't even know it, creating free radicals, blah, 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 blah. I incorporated green tea into my regimen. This is again something that I got away from doing. I have some that is, you can see this is unopened. It's what I'm getting at. But I will incorporate this more. I used to have green tea every night, even if it woke me up in the middle of the night, because it cleanses you out. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to show you a quick clip of my new skincare products that I will be reviewing after a couple of months. I like to give things time to work. I'm not going to come up here and tell you, oh my God, I'm obsessed, when I haven't even tried it. I need to try it first. So I'm going to show you that clip. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the skincare routine, and if you did, or if you have anything you'd like to add to the bottom of your skincare routine, then please do so. If you'd like to respond in a video with your own English accent, that would also be very much welcomed. All right, you all, have a wonderful good night. Good night and good riddance. Good night and good riddance. Okay, you guys, so this is the new cleanser that I'm using, especially those of us with melanin skin. It's good for us to have a brightening agent since we have more melanin to play with. It's not going to make you lighter. It's not bleaching, brightening. There's a difference. And let's see. This is their lactic acid by The Ordinary. I really don't think I actually need this. I just got it, but you do have to be careful if you have darker skin. This can create a reaction that actually causes dark spots. So be careful with this AHA and BHA, okay? And I'm loving, so far, this hyaluronic acid and B5 that The Ordinary has put together for us, sister. I am loving this, you guys. So I will actually give you a real review of these products, but this is just what I'm adding